Coming at you from the backyard with the little Spartan spear throw technique training. Little coffee talk Saturday morning chat with Yancey from the backyard. Listen, the Spartan spear throw obstacle, not debatable, the most failed obstacle in Spartan race history. Causes a lot of trauma out on course. Causes a lot of burpees, a lot of stress out on course. People running up to it, they're like, oh, it's the dreaded spear throw. Listen, my first race, 2010, I failed it miserably. And I said, I got to practice. It was tough. I was nowhere close. The spear was going through the air in all kinds of awkward angles, and it was a disaster. I don't even remember if it got there. I went to practice. First thing I quickly realized is I needed to throw the spear hard, okay? You watch an NFL quarterback, a baseball player, anybody that throws something in sport, they throw it to be hard, to be accurate. They throw with good power, and they have certain mechanics. Everybody may be a little different, but there's certain mechanics to that throw that everybody has to get right, or you're not going to make it at the pro level. All right? So here's the deal. Let's talk about the spear first. Actually, let me back up. The two things that I noticed were, one, I had to throw the spear hard, and two, when I practiced, I had to see a small target. You see my target right here. I've got a little wood ring. But when I practice, that's all I see. I don't see the big, huge hay bales that we used to have or the big, huge rectangle that they provide. If Yancey doesn't throw it through this circle in his backyard training, he considers it failure. I failed if I don't get it in there. So my eyes are retrained to focus. It's like when I'm trying to hit my receiver, I want to hit him right here. If I hit him all over the place here, if I'm right in this range, success. If I'm way out here, I might have actually hit the target, but that's failure. Seek perfection. And then if I go slightly under this, I failed out here, but that would have obviously made the target at a Spartan race. So that's number two. Very, very important. Now let's talk about the spear. If you don't have a spear, ridiculously easy and cheap to make. Home Depot or Lowe's. This is just a yard working implement replacement handle, whatever the heck you want to call it. Wood handle. It's got a whole little metal piece here. And it's got a hole drilled in for your little rake or whatever implement, your hoe handle. So you buy one of these, you get some epoxy, you get a 16-penny nail. Take your hacksaw, cut that head off, shoot some epoxy in the hole, shove the nail in there, let it dry. You got a spear. I've been using this one for like 6 or 7 years. It's still in great shape, and it's seen probably 1,000+ throws from Yancey's backyard. Also, you gotta come up to the obstacle with confidence. Most people, come on, don't lie to me. You're running out on course, you're jogging, or even you're walking. You're like, ooh, you come around the corner, little clump of trees. You come around, and oh, there it is, spearman, and you get stressed. And you start thinking negative thoughts. You gotta push that crap aside, and you gotta be confident. You're like, you know what? I've been practicing, and I'm ready to nail this. Whatever place I'm in, I'm getting ready to bump up some places because there's going to be a lot of people in the burpee pit that miss this. Yancey's going to be moving on. That's how you got to think. You got to think positive. Like Kelly McGonigal says, Jared and I just had it on the Spartan Up podcast. Things cause a little stress in your life, and you reframe that stress. You're like, ooh, I love the little butterfly stress that came in my stomach for a second. But I've been practicing. That's why I'm going to nail this obstacle. You reframe that little stressful situation, turn it into a big positive, and you crush it. Okay, let's throw some spears. All right, so I have a little drink of coffee first. Yancey works a lot better when he's on the coffee. A couple things we're going to talk about here. First thing you do when you come up, it's going to be a metal fence there, and the target's about 25 feet down. There's going to be some rope. If you're the first one there, it's going to be sitting here waiting for you. Make sure all the rope's on this side of the metal fence. If you're coming in a little late, a bunch of people have been throwing, that's going to be stuck in the target or laying on the ground because somebody missed. You're going to pull that spear to you. Make sure all the rope is on this side of the fence so it's not going to get tangled up. It's going to be attached here and then attached to the fence. So you did it. The very first thing you want to do is make sure you balance the spear in your hand. It doesn't tip this way or that way. Now I've got a nice firm grip on that spear. When I started practicing in my backyard at first, I wanted to get to where I could throw the spear into the ground. Throw that spear into the ground with a nice, solid throw. Get accurate with that first. Then I would get to where I could just throw it out there in front of me, accurate. Then I would get to where I could just maybe 8 to 10 feet throw it at my target with a nice smooth path, confident, strong throw. Now, just like a baseball player or a football player, common things that people we watch throw something, it's not just an arm throw. That would be very weak. You can be a small male or female and throw the spear with authority, okay? Now, I like to, you know, again, a quarterback or a baseball player, you're going to see them step forward into that throw. Now, when you're back here, another common thing we see is people have this banana stroke. If we freeze frame them back here when their arm is cocked and loaded, the spear's freaking pointing over there. That's disaster. You're going to come in and sweep it, so it's going to come out. It's going to loop around like this. You see people's spears hitting like this. You even see this freaking part hitting it. That's, in large part, that's because you set yourself up for failure. When I pause back here, this thing is right by my head, okay? And I go, and I've got a nice smooth path. Okay, so when I come up, I'll actually give a couple of these. I give a couple pumps. Just pause. I've got my step forward, and I'm going to come through. You see the trunk is twisting. Anytime you throw something, it's a full body throw. You're here. It's a full body throw. Everything working in harmony. It's synchronized and it's beautiful. But set yourself up for success. Is that spear in nice and line as we throw? And throw with authority. Don't give me some mealy-mouthed little throw. Throw the spear hard. Okay, so I want you to be confident in throwing that spear hard. That's what I want you. That's one of the key things I want you to work on. And don't tell me, well, I'm just not very strong. The freaking spear weighs almost nothing, and it's 25 feet. Come up there with some authority. Get a little, let's go. All right, 25 feet. So again, the goal here is for me to throw it through the little wooden hoop there. We'll see how we do. Take a step. Oh, that's a good throw. Failure back here. I missed off to the right about that much, and it was on a nice, smooth plane. That smooth plane is very important. So that came in through just like that, almost dead center in that Spartan target. Again, though, I looked at that as like, I got to improve. I got to get it through the hoop. I'll give myself 2 more throws while we're on video here to see if I can hit it. But again, you don't want that spear coming in like this. You don't want the big, you see people give that little, and they loop it in, barely gets there, and if it does hit, it's going to go in that far. I want you to bury the damn spear in there. Come on. Okay, so throw with authority, set yourself up for success on a smooth plane. If it leaves on a smooth plane with authority, it's going to fly with a smooth plane, especially if you have it centered up right here. Okay, so let's go again. You want to create habit. Good quarterbacks, good pitchers, anybody that plays a sport, they create a habit. So it's stuck in the ground, I got to grab it, level it up. Okay, nice firm grip. I'm about 2 feet back from my little orange line over here. All right, come on, Nancy, here we go. Step. Ooh, good throw. Nice smooth plane, and it's slid right across the top of there. Good throw, not a great throw. The great throw is when it goes through the freaking hole. I got one more chance. 2 guaranteed makes, not good enough. I like to get where I'm 50% of the time going through there. If I throw 100 throws, 100 of them will stick. A good free throw shooter, 92%. I think every Spartan spear throw person can be 95+% if you practice. That means you do 100 races, you're gonna make it 95% of the time. I think you can get to 100 actually. Come on, Nancy, let's go. Oh! Exact same as the other one. This time, I hit the top right here. Nice smooth plane right over the top. So, 3 good throws, not a single great throw. 3 guaranteed makes at the Spartan Race. So again, remember, it's that throw with authority. You got to get your full body into it. Okay, you're twisting through the trunk. You're throwing through the shoulder here. All right. So that's some spear throwing technique practice. Start throwing short into the ground. Start backing up, get that movement down. If you can go 10 feet on a nice smooth plane and you're getting confident, you just start backing it up, and eventually you're gonna be nailing that spear every time from 25 feet. Listen, if you have any questions, shoot some comments under the video here. Subscribe to the video. Shoot me a private message on Instagram if you want, at Yancey Culp. Reach out in any way. I'm getting to that stage in my career where all I want to do is help the clients. We have hundreds of clients through yanceycamp.com that receive our online OCR training with the roster athletes. That's about all I got for you today. Listen, from Yancey's backyard, live, love, laugh, and serve. Big focus on the serve, and do everything you can do to light up the planet today, my friends. Let's go.